Right, welcome to another Let's Try of Super Wooden Rally Edge. I did try Super Wooden GP2, Rally GP2. That's like a top-down classic old arcade racing game. This is gonna be a third-person kind of behind the car arcade racing game inspired by the 90s. Like Stiga Rally and those types of game. Price for this game is 13 euros, just released. Let's see. The spin-off of the acclaimed Super Wooden saga, blending classic arcade essence, great depth, a genuine love for cars. With a unique personality, Rally Edge back to an era where fun goes beyond realism. Right, so an arcade game, not simulations. By racing, sports driving, arcade 2.5D. Well, I would say this is a 3D game to me personally, not 2.5D, but alright. I think the classic games, Wooden GP1 and 2, they were, 2.5D. This is more like just a 3D. Because I feel like that is more accurate. It has very positive review. So, let's quickly check the settings. Use the timestamp below if you want to see those. I'm going to be using the 8-bit Ultimate 2 wireless, using analog mode and everything. Right, so first off you have a little bit of a different things you can tweak around with. Let's check the options real quick. Different language to choose from. And tweak the controls for up to 4 players here. This is the default. You use the left stick to steer and right and left trigger, gas and brake, and then you have like a handbrake, lights, horn. Right, pretty basic stuff, but it looks like you can remap. Nice, you can choose your country flag here. These are the one available. Screen sizes. Oh, well, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, it applies these immediately. Game do support ultra widescreen. I don't think it support, no, not super ultra widescreen. It is a borderless full screen game, 1080p, 16:9 and 16:10 and 21:9 is what it looks like. And borderless or full mode. Sound on or off? No. Okay, you have a bit of a tweaking menu. Right, good. Vibration on or off. Difficulty easy, very easy. Okay, normal, hard, impossible. Co-pilot. Okay, you can turn on or off. Standard. Okay. Save file tweaking. I guess that's it. The big question here is, I'm not sure which is like the basic mode. It looks like this is what the game wants you, like the main thing to go by. Dealer, so I'm guessing you can buy stuff here if you unlock stuff. Right, yeah, you need points and then you can buy cars from the dealership. Obviously, we can all guess that these are modeled after some nice real car, right? But obviously we don't have the real names because that would, I guess, require the rights to be bought for that. All right. Garage. Whoop. Oh, you have to buy a car before you can go into that. And then before you go into that. Alright, so you have to buy one car to start it off, and you start with 15,000. can't afford one of those. Can only afford like these ones. Like kind of Mini Cooper. That. It's a nice thing here with the different countries, but it also makes it a little bit annoying trying to find what car you can buy, right? The get-go at least. You have to go into every shop just to see what car can we buy. Not sure which one I should be going for, if it's going to make a big difference or not. Let's see, we cannot afford one here right now, those are more expensive. Just go with the Mini Cooper style. What is this? Oh, 2 colors you can pick from, white or red. Alright. Power, top speed. Right, power and a little bit more of a top speed. Great grip on this one. So this is just the worst car. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it just seems like this is just a worse car to get. There's no reason to get this car right now. It's just 6 horsepower. Right, so this has a little bit like very little less of horsepower, but since I have a lot better grip, about the same top speed. Right, this probably is the one that is best to go with here from this dealership here. Because it has the same horsepower as the Mini, has same grip and top speed as the other car, so I guess let's go with this one. Right, I think it would have been like it's nice with the dealership, but it's just also a little bit annoying. Like it would have been much nicer if you had like a list, or you know, you could see the specs easier or something. It's a nice menu, but it takes a little bit more time just going around trying to figure out what to do with the like what car you can afford, what specs they have and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. For a game that is like arcade-ish, I think they might maybe went a little bit hard with the customization stuff here. Right. Doesn't seem like I can do anything right now. Or nope. I can only select which car I want to be running with. Alright. So you have oil change, washing, and you can also tweak this. This again it's a nice thing, right? But this is not really arcadey. It is pretty easy, right? It's nothing too crazy, but it wasn't that common for arcade racing that you had like all of these tweaking. It were more just about maybe selecting a car or unlocking cooler cars and stuff like that. This feels a little bit more like we are treading into the more simulation stuff, but hey, we'll see how it's going to be going on here. Right, and right, do you have to select an event you want to start, or I don't know. Like car here. What happens if you okay? Yes, we can so is this just limited things, or yeah, this is limited things. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so you have 2 different rounds. This is a longer and this is a shorter one, right? Yeah. Okay.
ready. 3, 2, 1.
Right, nice graphic style. You can change the camera view a little bit. You have your lights. Honking. So, first thing that I think is that a little bit loud, the music. Trying to hear the voice and stuff. Alright, you can only change video options when you're in game, which is a little bit weird, but it's only filters. So nothing more you can really tweak. You can't change the controls. It would be nice to be able to change controls when you are racing. Definitely have a little bit of a slippery feel to it. Right, I do like the graphic style. Nice little blend of classic and modern. You can use the camera to pan a little bit. I'm not sure how useful that is. The right stick. This should be like the normal difficulty we're going for, right? Or right. Feels pretty interesting driving so far. Feels smooth. Let me just okay, we can see we are running here 120 frames per second. I'm gonna guess that this is forced VSync on, locked to your monitor. Low system memory here, low GPU utilization, not a lot of memory being used there. VRAM memory is not really being pushed to limits. It's a pretty lightweight game here to be running, and I came in fourth, which I guess was not good. You can restart, you can just continue. Let's continue and see what's happening here. A lot of the vibes though does give more of like steering a little bit away from the classic arcade things, with like again with the lots of like different menus to go through, the different options with the car stuff and tuning stuff. That just is a little bit away from, you know, the classic Sega Rally style arcade. This, you know, a little bit more of the kind of advanced stuff. Doesn't mean this is bad, but it could be people that just love the pure arcade racing, quick in and out, jumping in, mastering the courses. It could be a little bit that could take a little bit away from those from that experience. And for people that, you know, like arcade but want a little bit more, they might really enjoy that little extra tuning that you can do. So it's going to come down to personal preference, right? If you do like this extra stuff with the garage and the tune-up, or if you're gonna, you know, wish it was just more quicker, classic rally style, just get in, unlock cars, keep racing. But I do think it is a very good graphical style here. It definitely is a little bit on the more tricky side, getting used to the driving from the get-go. Again, like Sega Rally felt a bit easier to get into, just the basic driving. I feel it is a little bit more more of a challenge here to get in, getting into the just the
Easy
how
left.
the car feels and stuff like that.
Easy left. Medium left. Easy right.
I think we can turn up the maybe a little bit here. That's gonna be.
Almost there. Long easy right. Finish.
Right. Oh, did I came in first place? I think I did it bad on this stage, but okay. Rally completed. Okay, I got second place, right? Rank? Second. Okay, a reward. Okay, a little bit of money for buying cars. Okay, and you get to... Can I? Probably not, right? This is also a little bit interesting. Why do we... Okay, so I need... Okay, so I have a Class E car, meaning I can race all of these. And then you have Class D, I'm gonna need a new car for this. And this. Then you have C. It's a little bit interesting that you can see all of the like rallies at once. It could be a little bit confusing knowing what you have done or not. You have to like look at the stars to see if you have completed it. Right, and this one, I don't know how you're gonna see that you have raced this one or not. Probably could have been more nicer for me if it just expanded as you went on. Not having it being unlocked. Yeah. So you need 22 stars. And I have 2 stars. Okay. So this requires no stars. Okay, 6 stars to raise this. Okay, sure. But then again, these could be grayed out and not like... it probably would have made more sense that like these were grayed out, and when you have enough stars, they would like unlock. It could show like a big number and a star, and then when you reach that number, it could change into this, you know, more graphical, showing that you can race in Greece, Class D, and something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but let's get into another stage here. I do want to try the arcade mode also to see if that like changes up the handling of the cars or the progression mode or something there.
Get ready.
Oh, maybe I should have went to the shop and see if I could like
Easy right.
tweak the car or needed to repair it or something. Right, snowy, grey, nice vibe.
Medium right.
Right, I don't think I need my headlight on so far.
Easy right.
Pretty good handling here. Let me do something. Trying to get a good... I don't think we need this one. Maybe we do. Right. There is analog, I believe, like gassing and braking, but I'm pretty much just using it in like more of a digital manner. But I have the analog trigger mode available or activated on my 8-bit controller. Because I started first with just the making the triggers be more of a digital mode, and it made it feel a little bit more challenging. But yeah. Damn it. Right, yeah, so you don't need the voice over if you want to just listen to the music. Right. Pretty good basic difficulties in starting off this competition mode. Right. In place. I needed to be 1 second faster. But it feels like a good introduction difficulty here so far, so not too crazy to get you started, and you know, not too easy to just make you just feel like you're gonna cruise through the game. And again, I gotta give props for the graphic here, very, very charming. Nice feel for verticality also. You really, the good thing here, you feel this kind of ups and downs in a good way. Not all games with this like viewpoint gives that off. Pretty nice music here also, but music are always very personal what you prefer, but it's pretty nice, and you can skip tracks. Pressing. Bit of a rock sound here too. The soundtrack. I don't know, I do not know if this is like a license-free music or if it's going to be heavy copyright claimed by YouTube. Oh, okay. Apparently I hit someone and that's a penalty. Oh, by the last... oh, man. Oh, well, still one here, okay. I think I probably need to get out and look at maybe the workshop to see if we can maybe install something, maybe. Right, so you have to go back out here, right? So what you can do, okay, you can wash it. So, does this cost money? Oh, it does. That's why. Is this going to be... I don't remember. Was it some game that had that if the car is dirty, it's slower? I don't know. I've never been a fan of that kind of mechanic personally. That would have been just... it could have been nice if you could just clean it like freely without having to spend money on it as a little list, like just a nice little detail. Oil change obviously is something that we're going to be needing to do. Our ship engine. Bow. So how much does this cost? I don't know. I have no idea. Can I use my stars to tune up? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Wow, that's quite a lot. Okay, I'm gonna try another one. Quite expensive. I think I wanna try this one before doing any upgrades. I might need upgrades for these. Right, so you can select stages to start here, or maybe not. Oh, maybe you can only see how it looks and what the layout of the stage here. All right. Right, we have a little bit more speed in this compared to the snowy one. He's a little bit faster. Oof. Let's, since I've turned off the voice, we can do that. Right. We have good grip here. Whoa, okay, I'm spinning out. Good grip here. This is asphalt, right? Now we go into gravel. It'll be a little bit more slippery. Yep, a little bit more slippery. Ah shit, I should not have used the handbrake. Oh, the final... Damn it. Third place, yeah. I might have made second place if I would not have used the emergency brake there, the handbrake. I don't think I need to use the handbrake. Whoa, thanks. Almost spun out. Okay, that was terrible. Of me, not of the game, of me. I did it terrible. I think this reminds me a little bit of, man, what was it? Was another game that is very popular that is the same kind of perspective. the same style of this reminds me of. And figure out which one though. What's the name of it right now? Okay, second place. And what is my overall standing? First place? Third place. Damn it. Well, not so good. Only 1 star and a little bit of cash. Right, so we have done now about 30 minutes. I think we know what this mode is. But the page said arcade, so we have to check out arcade, right? So how is this? Right, so this is arcade mode. You only have difficulty options here. I don't think you need to buy, I know you don't have to buy a car for this mode, because I tried this just to make sure that the game was running right and that the resolution and stuff. So this is definitely more of the classic vibe. This is probably more what I personally like, more straight into the action. Just select your car and get into it. Top speed is good, not so good grip. Okay, this is like the middle ground car. Lots of good grip, not so much power, decent top speed. Right? Let's just try one, automatic or manual transmission. But in a game like this, I don't think I prefer automatic since I am more of just the arcade racing one. For me, manual transmission, that feels more something I want to do in games like, you know, what is it called? Oh, I'm Dirt Rally, maybe in Grid to some extent, Automobilista, you know, more of those simulation heavy games. That's when I think that manual transmission really is an interesting extra thing. In games like this, I've always felt more like I'm good with automatic transmission. I don't think it would be beneficial me that much. Nice, beautiful, bright, sunny day to go rally. Right. Right, we're starting on some asphalt. This car definitely has a different feel to the one I was previously driving. This is a little bit more of a speedy, snappier one, right? Oh wow, we spun out already, and it looks like this is it's a timed event here. Rally event where you have to race against the clock. Wait, what? Why did I get... I'm sorry. Oh, and restart, you only have retries. Why did I get reset there? I just touched the grass a little bit. That felt weird. Oh yeah. The normal difficulty here definitely starts off with a little bit more of a challenge than the previous car that I was driving, because this is going a little bit faster. Spins out a little bit easier, and it's, you know, has a bit more of a trickier, just basic feel to it to just get into. Ow, I'm not doing good. Yeah, this is definitely more of a more challenging than the previous mode here. Wow, I could not even make the first stage. I could not even make it through the first stage in arcade mode. Let's use the continue and see what happens. I guess we have two credits left, 2 continues. Right, so you have 1 minute to get to the checkpoint, and then you have maybe, was it 30 seconds or something to get to the next. This is so much more slippier. My goodness. This feels more like you are driving constantly on more of a gravel feeling here, with how slippery it feels. Nothing bad, it's just that compared to what I previously was racing, this is very, very different. I do spin out a lot easier here with this car. Again, this is normal difficulty, I might have to tweak it down. The normal difficulty here definitely starts at a higher difficulty than the normal kind of competition mode. Ow! It is just slippery. I'm not even near the next checkpoint or the end of the stage. Ow. Might wanna tweak maybe the normal difficulty just a smudge. Or the cars or something, I don't know. Not even be able to make the first track on normal. That is something that could be a little bit what the hell? English can't discouraging? Blah blah blah, yeah. Well, I'm sure you get what it is. A little bit of off-putting to some people, right? If the normal difficulty is this challenging. Obviously, it could just be, you know, that I'm terribly bad at the game here, but I had a lot more nicer ease into the difficulty of the competition than I had to this one. This is just a very different difficulty feeling here. Obviously, you just need to get used to the driving mechanics, the feel of it, the very different slippery feeling, the higher speed here. And there is easy mode. I don't know, you have the difficulty settings within the menu also. Ow! I don't know if the difficulty settings in the settings, if that is for the competition mode. Because I didn't see any very easy difficulty mode in the arcade mode. Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked here. It is a very slippery feeling. A little bit too slippery for my taste here. I feel like I'm constantly just going left to right. Like this is asphalt, right? So how the hell would this feel if we were driving on like snow or gravel? This feels more like a gravel situation, or maybe even a snow situation, not a tarmac or asphalt. I am doing a little bit better, so again, I'm learning how this car is handling. But it's still crazy, I haven't even seen the end of the track. Yeah, wow. I cannot get... Right, I have no credits. I could not make it on normal difficulty to the end of the first stage here in arcade. Right, so it doesn't seem like... Again, if we look here, we only have easy, normal, and hard difficulty, right? But if we go in, options, here we can select very easy, easy, normal, hard, impossible. So I'm gonna guess that this difficulty is for competition mode. And then in arcade mode, you only have these differences. I guess I'm gonna have to turn down the difficulty, which sucks. I guess I could also try the different car. Okay, so we can see here on easy mode, the big difference is that the cars are a lot slower. Alright, so the difficulty difference here are that the car is a lot slower. Is it going to be the same track here? See? No, you start in a different track on easy mode. That's weird. Alright. This is still faster, feeling more like faster, a bit, you know, slippery than the competition car you start with, which is nothing bad. This is definitely a much more easier car to handle. But it feels a little bit weird that easy mode are at different stages. The different car makes sense. That is a slower car on easy difficulty. A different track? That feels a little bit interesting. Wow, even on easy this is... damn, that's a kind of rough first stage. I just barely made it. Second place also. Not even first place, okay. Can you select? No, you cannot not select. You only see... Right, so now we're going to Japan Racing. You have 86 seconds time limit. I'm gonna guess again there is a midpoint, checkpoint. Right, we are on gravel, or no, not gravel, tarmac here, asphalt. Beautifully looking. Immediately it feels like we are Tokyo drifting here. Very slippery. It's a little bit too slippery for being on asphalt or tarmac here. Right, time extended. I need to do better on those U-turns. That slows you down a lot. Touching the side there. Kind of pretty narrow little road here. For easy, this is not easy game. Wow, I just barely made it. This feels more like the normal mode. 0.3 seconds. Yeah, this would have been more nice as a normal difficulty for me. Wow, doing terrible. 6th place. Well, alright, we continue on. I do like this mode more, just with the quick action and not having to tweak and everything. This is more my preferred kind of like racing experience overall. Instead of like the kind of mix with arcade and simulation like the other one, the competition mode has. I don't know, this is just, I really think this is really fun. You know, quick, getting in the action, getting going. Really fun, really nice. But it is definitely on the difficulty side. I'm terrified now. If we're gonna racing here on ice, gravel and ice road, yeah, alright. Not a big difference so far, which is weird. It should be a much more slippery experience here. Doesn't feel that much more slippery. That's weird. It just feels like this is making the car go a bit slower. Might want to make in the arcade mode, when you're running there on the asphalt or, you know, the tarmac, make it a little bit less of Tokyo Drift sliding all over the place. Because it makes sense that you would be sliding in this kind of road condition. Wow, yeah, this is challenging. But it doesn't make that much of a... Wow, that's terrible. Well, now I'm not gonna make it. Doesn't make that much of a sense that the normal tarmac asphalt are just super slippery. Not to me, at least. So I did one really big mistake, and that is going to cost me probably the finish here. Oh my god. Ow. This does not feel like the easy mode. I guess you do advance even if you're not coming in like a top 3 position. Okay, the headlights are on by default here. I don't think I would really need them, but bit of a foggy. Again, the visuals are really great in this game, that is for sure. Driving here, not too bad. Again, a little bit slippery here and there, but the difficulty and stuff maybe would be needing some light tweaking or something. Again, we are now on like a gravel dirt road, so it makes sense that it would be slippery. This is fine with how the car feels. It just felt weird in that Gappen stage there, with how slippery it was. And also, again, the snow stage in Sweden there, I feel, could have actually been a bit more slippery. Oh, come on. It's over. Well, yeah, no, this is over. Even on easy, you can't really do any big mistake. It's just... It's definitely, I feel it's gonna be impossible for me to like make it, unless maybe if I drive like in a perfect way now, but yeah. I'm gonna have to use one of my credits here. Oh, you do have more credits on easy mode. That's definitely a nice little Nice little touch. Whoa! 0.6 seconds left. What the hell? Okay, so championship completed. Congratulations. Is this the easy mode championship? Alright. Fourth place, that's terrible. So
Select your route.
it probably would be easier if this, like if this was locked, it probably would have been easier. If this would have been like, probably would have been nice if they had like very easy, and then you unlock easy, normal, and hard stages. It feels weird that I can. It feels a little bit weird that I can pick the hardest, like from the get-go here. Right, we are coming up here to the 1 hour here. I think I've showcased and tried most of what the game here has in store. Let's see how hard I'm gonna get my ass kicked here. 2 credits. Most high power car. The rainy day. Very narrow, lots of tight corners. Okay, nice little rocks saved me. Okay, so very hard or just super tight cornering so far. Oops. Ow. Yeah, I have no... I don't know how I would even be able to make... How I would be able to make it on this difficulty. I can't make normal difficulty, so this one is crazy. And it's over. Game over. Let's try normal to end this with.
Select your route. Choose your ride.
Alright, and it's probably over now. Wow. Man, yeah. Normal difficulty is definitely, it's more like a hard difficulty. I really like this arcade mode, but I think it would be more fun if you had a very easy, and then when you finish very easy, you unlock easy, then you unlock normal, then you unlock hard, and then, you know, maybe impossible, right? More of a, as a progression thing there. But this is very affordable in the game. So it's not like a huge thing, but it's things that I think would, for me, improved maybe the feel of the arcade mode a little bit, which is my really fun mode here. Very easy to just jump into it, start practicing to get better, which is the charm of the kind of classic arcade racing games. Oh shit! Oh man! I completely did not register that that was the checkpoint. Oops. This feels like a pretty long stage here, which isn't any. It's not bad. Fun. Fun with more of a speedy race, but holy crap. This is challenging. Holy crap. Well, it's over, probably. Yep, that's not good. I'm not even seeing the end goal. But we have reached the 1 hour mark here. What we haven't done is listen to how the car sounds. Yeah, let's do that. Don't spin out, and then dum 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 dum. Okay, this is just a checkpoint. There we go. Not the end. Nice tire screeching. I feel like I'm been doing pretty decent now, but holy crap! Oh right, that's a 2 checkpoints in this one. Okay, I did completely miss that. Oh, that sucks for me. I did the same thing previously, right? Completely messing up that there is 2 checkpoints. Well, that's unfortunate. I might have had a tiny bit of a chance to make it through this level if I didn't mess that one up. But all right, let's do the final credit. Right, let's lock in. Right, you cannot. No, I want to do something here.
Square right. Square left. Easy right. Medium right. Easy left. Hard left.
Checkpoint. Okay,
Time
checkpoint
extended.
1.
Long easy right.
Ooh. No,
Easy
no, no, no.
left.
Stay
Medium
on.
left. Easy right.
Damn it, stay on the road. We need
Medium
speed.
left.
On the road.
Long easy right.
Right, remember, another checkpoint. There is a
Easy
left.
right.
There's a left
Time
turn.
short left. Time extended. Medium right.
Oh, that was still bad. Why did I get reset there?
Easy left. Danger. Don't cut.
Don't bump, don't
Easy
bump.
left. Medium left. Easy right. Almost there. Long easy right. Time is running out. Hurry up.
Nope,
Oh.
too difficult.
Over.
Yeah. Alright, there you have it. Super
Try next
Woden Rally Edge, right?
Select
Same.
your route.
Can you get... No, I don't think so. Let me do a restart for... Let's do this. Alright, Super Woden Rally Edge. Top-notch graphics, super charming, really nice. Music is definitely a personal thing here. Rock, a little bit of a heavy, fits in with the vibe. Gameplay, you know, the controls, they are kind of simple. Gas, brake, steer, handbrake. But that's mostly all you need, and you have the options for manually gear changing if you want that, or automatic transmission. You have 2 modes. You can choose the competition mode where you have to buy cars and you know, progress through different stages with different powerful cars. It's a good starting difficulty there, you know. It ramps in a nicer way. And then you have the arcade mode. The arcade mode is difficult, very, very difficult. It's also feel a bit short compared to, like, the competition mode. it looks like you have a ton of different stages. The arcade mode, I went through the easy mode there, and it was it like 5 stages? Many. So if it, again, it could be that normal mode has more stages and hard have even more stages. But that's hard to tell from, what I'm getting here. But uh, for the price, this is a very good little deal here. But I would have probably want more love for the arcade mode. I think it would have been nicer if we started off with the easier difficulty. And when you complete that, you unlock easy, then you unlock normal, then you unlock hard mode. And that way, having an easier difficulty that you start with would just make you progress and learn the cars a little bit easier and stuff like that. Because if you just start this game and oh, we have difficult settings here, you might just, what I did, assume that it's just going to be one long arcade mode and you set your difficulty. You would have no idea that it is like different stages or something like that, affected by the difficulty settings, since it all just are unlocked by default. So I don't know. It's a I just would have want a little bit of more of a progress-based change to maybe the difficulty or something on the arcade mode. And again, for the gameplay, they feel very, very slippery. On the tarmac here, the asphalt, right? They are super slippery. It feels almost like it have more grip when you're driving on the snow stage, which just a little bit like, oh, feels a little bit interesting there. But this is definitely a great game, and for the 13-14 euro price, you do get, if you like this game, you have a lot of replayability. You have local and online, what it looks like co-op there, and like beating it against time, getting better. There is a lot of really fun stuff here. But I feel that the biggest, most fun part is probably going to be the competition mode. So you probably should go into this game and wanting to focus on that, where you can change your oil, you can change or upgrade the tires a little bit, you can get different cars, you're gonna get a nice little progression and everything there. If you just go into this, I want the badass, greatest arcade 90s feeling here. You might maybe be a little bit let down. It doesn't feel like it is the same kind of love put into that mode. But thanks for watching this. Check this one out if you feel there might be something interesting here. There is unfortunately not a demo available at this point in time. But feel free to leave a like, a comment, follow, or check back to the channel if you don't want to miss me games and stuff like it. But thanks for watching. Bye for this time.